So a couple of things are happening right now that I want to tell you about before we get this video started. First, I am recording on my cell phone. I have an iPhone 7 Plus. I thought that I would take my own advice about utilizing this expensive ass camera phone. Second, I have new audio. I have a microphone in the girls. Third, I do not have a light. I am in front of the window and I have the blinds open. What else did I want to tell ya? Oh yeah, and I'm standing up again. So in recent videos, I've been sitting down and I don't like it. So I'm back standing up. Thanks. And yeah. What's up, you guys? I am back with a June wrap up and July TBR. So let's just jump right into it because I feel like this video is going to be hella long. So the first book that I finished in June was My Voice by Angie Martinez. I talked about this in my mid-year wrap up. Angie Martinez is a radio personality. It was an audiobook that I listened to. It was her reading the audiobook. It was great. I loved it. I had no complaints about it. Her life was extremely interesting. 4 stars. That was 4 stars. Then I read Flawed by Cecilia Ahern. This book is about this girl living in a society where like people are branded flawed for like moral wrongs. Like if they tell lies, they get a brand on their tongue. But the court has gotten out of control. Even it's low-key bigger than the government, and the police ain't really doing shit that they're supposed to do. Anyway, it's about this girl who's seemingly perfect, and then one day she does the right thing, but it's the wrong thing, and she gets branded flawed for it, and then shit happens. What originally caught my attention about this book was the cover, first of all, because there is a girl with nice curly hair on it, and she's a brown girl. Anyway, the book was pretty good. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Then I read Kaptara, Volume 1, written by Chip Zdarsky. This is a graphic novel. It was recommended to me by my baby mama, Aisha, skinny girl, fat hair, over here on YouTube. I will link her channel somewhere. Girl, I love you, but I did not love this graphic novel. First of all, the artwork was meh, and then the storyline was like, I'm over it. I was so over it. I gave it 2 stars. Literally only because you recommended it to me. Then I read Orange Boy by Patrice Lawrence. This book was gifted to me by Dee Dee, Brown Girl Reading, here on YouTube as well. It's a book about this boy who goes on a date one day, and then a bad thing happens while he's on the date with the girl, and then some people start looking for him, and then some other confusing stuff. Honestly, I don't really truly remember everything that I felt while I was reading this. All I remember is that this book confused me a lot. So yeah, I ended up giving it 3 stars. Would I recommend it? Not really. Then the last 3 books that I finished in June were all graphic novels. The first one was also recommended to me by Skinny Girl Fat Hair, and it was Witches Volume 1, written by Scott Snyder. This book is about this family that moves to this town, and then some weird shit starts happening. This book ended up making me actually fucking cry. I was not expecting the emotional part about the book. So yeah, just be ready, okay? I'm really curious as how they're gonna like do. I'm 4 stars. I definitely recommend it. It was just so good. The next one was Bitch Planet Volume 1 by Kelly Sue DeConnick, and this one is about this place where it's like a world, and they send all the women that do bad stuff and sort of criminal stuff and even morally wrong stuff to this planet. It's called Bitch Planet, and then some shit happens, and this book was giving me all of my life. Okay, Bitch Planet was just so good. 5 stars, definitely recommend it. Everybody should go read it. The last graphic novel that I read was The Wicked and the Divine, the first volume, written by somebody. I didn't write it down. I'll probably insert a clip of the book. Anyway, I ended up giving this 3 stars solely off of the graphics and the artwork, because the artwork is really banging, but the storyline is weird, and it's confusing, but in the first book in the series you can kind of expect some confusing stuff until you actually get into the storyline. But yeah, so I don't know what it was. For some reason, July, I decided to be hella ambitious, and this list is hella long. So 2 things first, 2 read-alongs. One of them is with Brown Girl Reading, Dee Dee, and she is hosting a read-along for Confused Spice here, written by Mathis Bailey, who I think has a YouTube channel. I'm going into this book blind. I've heard like little things about what it's about, but not enough to tell you what it's about. But I have started reading it. I'm like 50 pages in, and it's interesting. Then guess what's happening? So me and Eli, the book supplier, are starting back up reading our books and doing our thing. What the fuck am I saying? What am I talking about? We will be doing our read-alongs and live shows again, starting this month, even though it's kind of in the middle of the month, and you'll be all right. So we're going to be reading The Sellout by Paul Beatty, and I haven't gotten it from the library yet. If you want to read along with us, you can do that, and I would appreciate it because we're going to have so much fun. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I have 6 books other than those 2 that are on my TBR, not including the books that I want to read for the Booktubeathon. So let's go. I've got The Sympathizer by Viet Thanh Nguyen. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. Don't ask me what this is about. I just know it has a lot of hype and I really want to read it. It's been staring at me and I'm like, I need to read this book this month. Okay, thanks. I went to the library and I got Bark Skins by Annie Pro. Anyway, I don't know why I picked up the large print edition. This looks hella ridiculous. But I'm definitely going to get to this month. Seed to Harvest by Octavia Butler. This is a bind up of 4 books. Wild Seed, Mind of My Mind, Clay's Arc, and Pattern Master. And I have also started reading this, but I'm only like 10 pages in. And I've been reading it at work, and I brought it home because I thought I was going to get some more reading done at home, but that has not been the case. Of course, you know, Octavia Butler writes sci-fi, so if you didn't know that, then I'm sorry. Next on the list, I have got Invisible Man, Got the Whole World Watching, A Young Black Man's Education by Michael Denzel Smith. This has also been staring at me. I really want to get to it. It's not that long, and I'm only going to read this because I can't find the audio copy on Overdrive. They just don't have it, so I'm just going to have to read it. Speaking of audiobooks, I have also downloaded the audio version of I'll insert it here. It's that pink book with the lines crossed out by that girl who's really pretty. That was so vague. You'll see it. I got the audiobook of that and I'm gonna be listening to it. I can't look on my phone because I'm recording on my phone. The next book is The Good Negress by AJ Verdell. Michael, my best friend in my head, talked about this book and gave it so much praise, and I'm so ready to just read it already. I'm just ready. Okay. And lastly, for this month, I really want to get to The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. This book I saw on Simon's channel. I don't even know what it's about, but the cover, and he recommended it, and normally I like the books that he recommends. So this has also been staring at me, and I really want to read it because I'm tired of looking at it. So yeah, you guys, that is all that I have for you today. I try not to make this video too long, and I'm really liking how this camera situation is set up, and I'm really hoping that the audio is synced properly, because if it's not, I'm gonna be upset and I'm gonna make a lot of curse words come out of my mouth, because that's what I do when I'm upset. I curse. But I curse when I'm happy too, and I curse when I'm sad, and I curse when I'm just normal. Anyway, that is really all that I have for you guys today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or want to place any bets on how many books I actually finish, leave it all down below in the comments. In the comments? That is not what the fuck I say. Leave it all down below in my belly, and I will talk to you guys later.